In today's video, I'm going to be looking at the new Superman poster, and as an illustrator and designer, I have some thoughts on it. It does some things right, but then it does some things wrong, and I feel like this holds it back from soaring as high as what it could. So I'm going to see whereabouts it lands on our tier poster as we break it down. So for those new here, my name is Sam and I'm an illustrator and designer here in the UK, and I've worked with various galleries and film studios, and I've spent a lot of time studying what makes film promotional material work. And with Superman being one of the most iconic characters in the world, there's a lot riding on this movie poster. So let's see what works. Now the first thing that hits you is the composition. Superman is dead center, heroic stance, the cape is flowing, and we're looking up at him from a slightly lower angle. That perspective choice, I'd say, is the classic superhero language that we'd see in comic books. Now it's designed to make him feel larger than life and godlike, which is perfect for Superman. You know, it's perfect, it encapsulates that character perfectly. Now the color palette does a lot of the heavy lifting here in this design. Those vibrant reds and blues are just pure Superman, and they pop beautifully against the cooler, softer sky tones in the background. It's bold and cinematic, without being too overboard. It's fairly minimal in its design. It's not trying to pack a whole load in there. Now, even if you know nothing about the film, you can still instantly recognize the character from that pose and that strong color palette. I mean, the tone and the scale of just how the composition is framed, it works beautifully. Now, let's talk about where this design starts to lose some attitude. The first thing for me, I'll say, is the lack of storytelling, as I'm someone who loves to incorporate a strong narrative within my designs. And yeah, it is Superman, he looks powerful, but at the same time, what's the story here? I mean, this could just be a poster for any Superman film from the past 30 years. And there's just no hint of what's unique about this version from this poster alone. There's no narrative hook, there's no emotional tone, it's just a heroic guy in a cape, which some might argue that that's enough. And from that minimal viewpoint, it kind of works. It's strong and bold, and I love that. It is a great poster. It gives a sense of a journey ahead. It's put the character in a slightly unique, powerful stance, I'd say, compared to other superhero movie posters. Now the background, I'd say, is another issue. It's mostly just sky and clouds with that kind of motion blur added to it. And while this kind of reinforces that sense of hope that it's themed around, it also feels empty. Imagine if there was some subtle world building details, a skyline with Metropolis, a glimpse of LexCorp, something that teases the story instead of just negative space. I feel like it just needs more. And finally, I guess let's talk about the typography, or I guess the lack of it. The Superman title treatment just feels very safe, very by the book. It's not bold, but it's not memorable either. And compare that to something like The Dark Knight, where the title, I guess, kind of becomes part of the visual language. Here it feels like an afterthought. Now, where does this land in the tier list that we're using? Honestly, I'd say I'd put it in B tier. It's visually strong and technically well executed, but it plays things a little bit too safe for a character that's as bold and out there. I feel like it nails that iconic superhero vibe without a doubt, but it just misses that opportunity just to tell us something new and memorable about this new superhero movie, this new Superman movie. I guess if you're gonna relaunch such an iconic character, I just feel like the poster should be bold and fearless as the symbol on his chest, and as the character, and this one is just hovering, just below greatness, I guess. So with that, this was just a quick one, but what do you think? I mean, is this a bold return for Superman or a missed opportunity? So please drop your thoughts in the comments below and tell me where you'd rank this poster. Does it deserve to be lower than B tier or higher? And yeah, if you haven't seen it already, please check out my other videos, from the worst movie posters to the most iconic, and let me know what you think. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.